Okay, I'll give folks like 5-10 minutes to get in here. Oh, perhaps maybe I should have done this a bit later in the day. Ah well. Let's get going around after another like 4 or 5 minutes, so. I don't know what it is with Doki Doki, but there are just capture issues. Like, so much capture issues with it. I'm soon at the point where I'm just gonna start display capturing it, because, like, it's just a pain in the ass, because I've had to, this is usually, like, about where it's the normal size of it, right? I don't know why there's just that whole black screen around, like, here and down here. Like, I don't know why. In fact, fuck it, I'ma just, if I display capture it, then you'll see stuff that, yeah, this is the better option out of the two. Okay, so first, drag it so that it's there. It's a bit frustrating, but not much I can do about it. So yeah, like when we last left off, poor Sayori, man. Poor fucking Sayori. Oh my god. Like, I knew something bad was gonna happen. I had that feeling that it was going to be her suiciding. Still caught me completely by surprise. Like, bruh. Oh yeah, so I am back home now currently, which is nice. Now I don't have to deal with people being loud out in the fucking halls. Which is always great. Oh, pardon me. Although I'm a bit tired today. I do apologize for that. Alright, one more minute and then we'll get going. We'll probably go at this for like 2 or 3 hours and then I'll end stream. I had to wake up at like 6 a.m. this morning with an alarm, and I find whenever I wake up with an alarm, I'm more tired than usual, even if it's the same hours of sleep. And I had to start packing. By about 10 o'clock we were back here, unpacked everything, then had to leave at like 12:20 or so for the appointment that I had. Which, speaking of, where the hell did I put the... they're over there. With that appointment all handled with. Yeah. Okay. I think it's time we got going. Okay, low game. This one. Okay, when we last left off, so basically found out it. First of all, spoilers. So if you want to know the actual story, you should probably go back through the streams or play it on your own. It is a free game after all. Without further ado. So, basically, Sayori killed herself after we turned her down, because Yuri is best girl. And now, there's some glitches going on. Time reset, I guess. And we've somehow... And basically, Sayori is now being replaced by Monica for some reason. So, yeah. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Snow Mexican. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Snow Mexican in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come and sit down, Snow Mexican? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you'll feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. I'm getting so tongue-twisted, man. Like, is this just because I'm fucking tired, or... It must be hard to start a new club. I need to do a full body stretch. Oh. Just take a minute. Now for the legs. Oh. There we go. That feels so much better. Okay. Man, with not having my chair on a carpet feels so different now. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated, but Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Snow Mexican, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read it over these past few years, I don't really have a good way to answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Sorry about that. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Pardon me. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Sorry about that. Okay. Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. One moment. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Pardon me? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to do, to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as the members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry that I thought. Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Snow Mexican. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. Oh my god, since Sayori isn't here, it's not yet an official club. Since Sayori is gone, reduced to atoms. Oh no! Sayori, no! And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Snow Mexican? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Snow Mexican, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me. What? Pardon me. Monica looks over at me once more. Snow Mexican, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Wait! You don't usually do that. You don't do that. That's Sayori's thing. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll go on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes! A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV, so the laughing was not part of the dream, it was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was, and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Oh no, there's only Yuri. Oh no, Natsuki. Doki Doki for her. Frightening for her. We're gonna split it up perfectly between the two. So next would be laugh. And then question. So now it's 4-4. Rose. Oh, that was her. So now I need to get something. Music. Okay, it's 6-6. Or no, not 6-6. 3-3. Promise or aura. Aura. Okay, that was her. So, why do you do this to me, man? No. Anime for her. Oh my god. Why are there so... Is this intentional? It feels like it's intentional to have all of these other ones. Sadness for her. So next I need Yuri, so Judgment, I feel like. Yeah. 5-5. Childhood for her. Imagination for her. Alright, 6-6. Scars for her. Heartbeat? Yep. Philosophy for her. Parfait for her. Fluffy for her. Depression for Yuri. I did not mean it like that. Oh god. Depression for her. Oh hey Zarin. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And you get depression. And you get depression. Okay, so the last one was depression for Yuri. So, charm for Natsuki. Dark for Yuri. We simp for Yuri here. Hi again, Stomachskin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. So how are you doing today, Zarin? Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Nani? What the fuck was that? I only saw half of it. What the hell? Oh dear. Thanks for keeping your promise, Stomachskin. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. The fuck? The fuck? Natsuki? Dear God, what the hell was that?
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
I don't like this. What have you done with my Sayori? Oh. One moment. Okay, I can ignore that for now. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I can't read! I can't read! What are you doing? Monica! Stop breaking the wall! She's breaking the fourth wall. Natsuki, something, certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the classroom. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine, man. I can't read. I can't. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops into her seat. Oh, using the history to read his big brain. Big brain, mate. Big brain. I'm sorry, Stomachskin. Well, okay. I just realized something. Why the fuck is the background just tilted? Like, I don't know, 5-10 degrees clockwise. I don't know why. It feels that way. Hey there, SS. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Like, am I just going crazy? Like, oh my god, it is! It fucking is! I just looked back on the YouTube stream, and it fucking is crooked. My god! We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh, if you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Ah, no, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try and be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all. Oh my god, it's so fucking off-putting when the background's just tilted slightly. It feels so wrong. That I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep... Pardon me. Sorry about that. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. If it wasn't for, you know, the existential dread that Monica and the others are giving me, Monica and Natsuki, when they glitch out, I'd be in heaven with Yuri right now because I simp for her. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, and now it's fixed! Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing that I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Sure, Yuri. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah! Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Pardon me. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled, Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. I don't remember this being mentioned in the first bit, in the first act. I don't remember the book being named, so I feel like that's plot relevant now. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Okay, yeah, this definitely didn't get mentioned in the first act. Like, jeez, the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean.
Are you sure you're, not a bit... Nah, surely not. Nothing bad. Yuri can never do no harm. She's a perfect girl.
For real. On God. Not the thing about the limbs. Huh? Well, you know, different people have different things they're into. We don't kink shame here. Indeed we don't. Indeed we don't. If you want to be interested in feet, that is perfectly fine here. If you want
to be interested in furries. That is perfectly fine as well. Even if you want to, you know, turn people into killing machines that lust for blood and start cutting off limbs and affixing them to whatever. That's perfectly fine here, because we don't kink shame here. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Snow Mexican? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil.
But because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway.
What the fuck?
Then suddenly...
I'm rambling, aren't I? What? What the fuck? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. What? What? I didn't get to read that! Alright, okay, I'm loading back the YouTube, I need to read that. It's plot relevant. Okay, almost got it. Okay.
My whole body gets incredibly redacted.
It's just a bunch of special characters at the end, so I don't even know what that's supposed to mean from there on. Alright, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. My girl. My sister in Christ. You are probably a 6 out of 10 on the crazy scale. We can go back. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to know. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh my fuck, that's actually spooked me. That actually spooked me. How much did I jump there? That actually scared me. Jeez, man. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? So, like... Are we the only ones noticing this and not the actual character? Because, like, surely he should be thinking, what the fuck is going on at this point, right? Like... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Ma'am, Yuri might want to go to a doctor. I'm not an expert, but I don't think girls are supposed to do that. Nah, it's fine. Look. The glitches just make her hotter, okay?
That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company, as if I can feel their presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Holy Lord, I need some water. Okay, this is stale water, so I'm gonna need to go get water real quick. I'll be back in like a minute or two. Good boy. Go on in, boy. We have a guest, everyone. Come on, Winston. Come on, boy. No. Hey. Hey. Come here. Come here. I want to show you the chat. Here's Winston. Watch, Winston. Watch. Say hi to chat. No, it's not a doggo, it's a catto. He's a fluffy little boy and he loves to be spoiled. He is a fluff ball. Isn't that right, Winston? Isn't that right, boy? He hasn't seen me since holiday break, so I don't know how well you guys can see this from this angle. Oh, but he's getting spoiled right now. How was the Nick Scritches, boy? You want some Nick Scritches? Hmm? Oh, you love that, don't you, boy? Don't you? Oh my god, I'm covered in fur now. Alright, off you go, Winston. Good boy. He's such a good boy, except for when he wants to chew on plastic. But yeah, that's Winston. Alright, back to the game. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Okay, I need to read that. I read the first 3 words. I was bathing. So what? Just to make sure it doesn't show up in history? No. If it wasn't for this, I would have... Okay. Playback speed. Ah, shit, I missed it. I'm trying... Okay. Okay. Gosh, I gotta be careful now so I don't run over Winston.
I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Heat. Eat.
That's what she said. What the fuck, man? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? What is it, Winston? Oh, do you want to go up to the windowsill? Don't worry, I'll move my clothing. There you go, Winston. It's open, boy. The nightstand's open for you. Go on. Go on, do you want to go up to the windowsill or not? Up you go, boy. I'll need to move my binder so that he has more room up there. Don't you get any ideas. Don't you dare jump on those blankets, boy. Yeah, the room's still a bit of a mess from moving back here. Hey, what did I just say? Don't you dare get any ideas. I don't want you to knock shit over. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess this makes it a bit kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah, I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Aren't you? Oh my god. Aren't you such a majestic boy? Oh, such a majestic boy. Winston! Winston! Oh? What is he doing? What are you doing? Why were you like... It's hard to angle this. What is he doing? He's a bit of a goofy goober. Oh? Oh? He went to the door. Is something up, boy? What? Do you want to leave already? Or is Johnny outside? Nope, Johnny's not outside. Alright. Move, Winston. He wanted to leave. Ooh. Okay, now I can move this back over. God, I got so much fucking fur on my face. Honestly, I have enough trouble childproofing the ground level of my house. I couldn't imagine. Honestly, like, they like it up on the windowsill. In fact, it was a lot shorter at one point. You can't really see it with the face cam. But, like, there's a good extra, like, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 inches added to the original windowsill. Because the cats like to go up there, and there just wasn't enough room for them to lay down on. So we added that so that the cats can actually lay there. And they love it. Like, if you have indoor cats, you should probably make it so that they could lay on windowsills. They love it. Because it allows them to just watch outside. So, like, if you have a lot of, like, birds or, like, wildlife near your place, it's really entertaining for them. Like, over there, we have this large window, and outside we have a couple of bird feeders. And the cats spend, like, maybe, like, a fifth of their time just watching the bird feeders. Because there's just so many blue jays, so many, chickadees and whatnot just out there. They love it. But anyway, let's get back to the game. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? Ah, come on, I need my water. I want my water. But yeah, like, cats can be very troublesome. Like, as I said earlier, Winston likes to fucking chew plastic. So, like, I can't keep plastic just out of the open in this room. Even if it's up on a desk, he'll jump onto that desk to get at it. Even though he knows I don't like him on desks. But yeah, my desk is a no-go zone for any cats. Not that one, not this one. To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Like, it's so frustrating. He also likes to fucking eat Q-tips. Like, we had to put child locks into our bathroom because he would just get into the covers and get into the Q-tips. Like, no cotton swab is safe from him. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side. She catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking of the way she second guesses things she says, and all that. And the fact that you can be a bit spooky, like what this book is supposed to be about. Like, come on. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Like the fact... Something else? Never mind. Like the fact that... Well, actually, we don't seem to tell us, but... The book is about, we did get spoilers for the book about how they hack arms off and attach them to whatever, so... We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Haha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Snow Mexican? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, can't say you do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Haha. Don't you worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. Pardon me. Sorry about that. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I share my poem to first? Let's do it with the old Tsundere first. The mini Tsundere. Flat as a board. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's just not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Oh, fuck, I forgot about how goofy this poem is.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
I love how fucking goofy her poem is. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. It looks like something that you would present to, like, 2nd or 3rd graders in elementary school. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Natsuki. That's what it looks like. Oh, I just realized my face cam is a bit messed up from when I was showing you guys Winston. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like oh, pardon me. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. And that's what it means to be a pro. That one fucking tooth. That is just teeth. The teethies. One little fang. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect you that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monica! 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 Hi, Snow Mexican. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I have something that you can do better.
Where the fuck is my Sayori? What the fuck have you done with my Sayori, Monica? Give me back my Sayori.
I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up.
Where the fuck is she? Monica!
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with... Oh, pardon me. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah ha ha! Don't worry, Snow Mexican. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Snow Mexican. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Man, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for today. I'm already pretty tired as is, so I'll probably only go for another hour tonight and then end stream. But anyway, it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ha ha ha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what? You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head. That's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I should probably save the game, since we did cover quite a bit of distance. Honestly, I think I might just end stream here because of just how fucking tired I am. Oh, I just fucked my hand. Oh, I just hurt my hand. Why did I crack that knuckle? Oh! I just was at the doctor talking about it with them. He specifically told me to try and just leave it be. Fuck. Okay, I'll just explain this real quick so people who don't know what's going on. Back in December, I hurt my hand while I was sleeping. Oh, little mama showed up. So, I don't know how I did it. I did it in the middle of my sleep. And specifically the knuckles on this finger, I don't know why, but they just hurt if you put pressure on them. And it's been like that for 2 months. So, I was actually talking with my doctor today at an appointment. We took a look over it, and he doesn't think there's a break or anything. However, he does think there might have been tissue damage, like soft tissue. But he's recommended that I go for an X-ray of it, so... So yeah, we'll try and get that booked as soon as possible. Okay, since more people are showing up, I have to go on. Like, regardless of tiredness. Like, if multiple people are showing up, I can't disappoint you guys and just end here. Alright, back to the game. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Also, welcome to the stream, little mama, and Advantive. How are both of you doing today? Hey, little mama, do me a favor and type "cum" in the chat. Just C-U-M, put all caps. If you have 7 TV, you'll know. Yeah? Guys? Oh. I suppose I should go get my poem. All is well now. You have answered the question. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I got no idea. I'm also gonna use this as an opportunity to go use the bathroom real quick. So, I will be back in like a minute or two. I won't be too long. I think there's an owl outside. One moment. I'll be another, like, 2 minutes. Because of this. Okay, mystery solved. It was not an owl. One was in my room. Winston was here. But then he wanted to leave. It was just birch bark peeling off a tree, but it was like a big piece of birch bark, like actually the size of an owl. And it was kind of colored so that it looked like an owl as well. Like it looked like it had a sort of beigeish color wing. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahaha, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems, I bet. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an export. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. Pardon me. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. And learn by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people that way. Oh shit, I completely forgot that I need to charge my phone. Fuck! My phone... Oh. Charger should be in my laptop bag, which is over there. This is my laptop charger, but it's USB-C, so it works for phones. Oh crap, I haven't even plugged in my lamp yet. Alright. I better plug in my lamps before I forget. Okay. This won't take too long. Come on, get behind that. Ah, shit. In you go. Oh, my knees. They don't like being on the floor like that. Okay. So now my phone's charging. Lamp set up. Perfect. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Snow Mexican. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of her past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of it that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Ooh, pardon me. Yeah, of course. Ah, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Snow Mexican. Ah, me too. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. There's only a certain someone missing, a certain someone named Sayori. What is with the music being off tone? Why is the music just off tone? It was off tone there for a moment. The flute part, it was just off tone in the very first bit. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems, as they read in tandem. I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the paper, the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And Snow Mexican did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, princess. I appreciate the offer, but I have spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Okay, what is with the text speed? Something feels off about it. Nah. And Snowmaxon liked my poem, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... Ooh. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Snowmaxon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Snowmaxon started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me, look who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch? Edgy? Sorry about my lifestyle. My lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude.
Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared.
Okay, why is your... You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa! Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? I fucking called it. I called it. I fucking called it in the first act. I theorized that Yuri did self-harm to herself. And now this just confirms it. Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Snowmaxon hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Snowmaxon, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Whoa! Jesus Christ! I need to read all that. Okay. Playback speed 25. Okay. I'm looking at the YouTube VOD to see what the hell she just said. Shit, I missed the first bit. Oh, obviously Yuri. Like, I simp for Yuri here. Like, tall women supremacy.
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I want any...
I missed that. It's so hard to get the full context of this.
It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be...
Okay. That's what that bit blurb said there. Honestly, so if Yuri does self-harm, what does Natsuki do? so I need to... Yuri! What? What? What the fuck is going on? Hey, game! Stop it! Game! This game is rigged! Woo! Monica, what are you doing? Monica? No! Oh, Monica? Hey, Snow Mexican. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. Jesus fucking Christ, man! I need a moment to think. Holy fucking shit. I gotta hand it to the devs of this game. This is a fucking masterpiece so far. What the fuck? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ha ha ha. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to get a little more assertive sometimes. Oh my god, the YouTube stream just caught up as well. They just reached a big face of Monica. Like, I'm honestly impressed, and I'm so happy that I've never gotten spoiled for this game at all. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive. So if I were to choose Natsuki there, would it end up framing more on Yuri then? That's a good question. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Okay, audio. This just has no audio part. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Snow Mexican. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. Something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely. Okay. This would be this is a normal line. Sure. This changes its entire meaning.
Monica casually manipulating memories? Like what?
That's what it's coming off to me as. Like, what the fuck? Man, poor Natsuki. Poor fucking Natsuki. I'm sorry, I'm just not too into it, Tusandere's. I like the Kudere type, which is her. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with So Mexican. It would be embarrassing with you listening. Why is this different? This isn't like the size of the others. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Dear God. I see why this game has psychological horror as its theme tag. I really understand that now. But I think we're gonna end the stream here because my voice is actually giving out on me at this point. I don't wanna, but like my voice is just gone. So I don't think I could do too much more of this, so I will be wrapping things up here. I do apologize for this shorter stream than usual. Oh, hey there, Majdi. Sorry if I missed your message there. So. Alright, so yeah, like, we'll be picking this up probably next Friday. So, in a week from now. So, yeah. Who's streaming right now? Who can I raid? Wow. Helldivers. I mean, Kaif doesn't need a raid. He has 300 viewers. Helldivers. I don't even know what Helldivers is. Ew. League. Ew. DVD. That's too sweaty of a game for me to raid. I guess I'll go raid Calimero. Alright, so yeah. I will catch you all in the next stream, which should be tomorrow. Tomorrow should be Elden Ring Swole Goals. So yeah. Later.